Well, speaking of green, let's check your money this morning.
That's right. We are standing by with Jane King, who's at the NASDAQ this morning. Good morning to you.
Hi, Brandy and Leslie. Good morning to you. Well, the newest player in used video games is Walmart. It is making a play for this business, challenging the longtime leader, GameStop. So starting next week, Walmart will allow shoppers to trade in used video games for anything from groceries to gadgets across 3,100 of its stores. And customers will receive gift cards based on the value of the games they turn in. Okay, food prices are surging. You probably noticed this at the grocery store. Everything from coffee to meat to vegetables. And that, of course, driving up our bills at the grocery. Now, the USDA predicts food prices will rise as much as 3.5% this year. That's the biggest annual increase in 3 years. And yes, the drought is one of the main causes for that. Okay, let's take a look at stocks this morning. Higher again today. We've got the Dow up 70 points, 16,318. You know, Vladimir Putin, the leader of Russia, said something in a press conference this morning that they were going to stop at Crimea. In other words, no more annexation of other regions in that area. And that's enough to give us a little bit of a lift here on Wall Street today. He said things like that in the past. Hasn't always proven to be true, but so far, Wall Street seems happy with what he had to say today. Live on the NASDAQ Marketsite, I'm Jane King for KUSI News. Back to you.
All right, Jane. Hey, real quick, before you go, what's going on with Uber up in Seattle?
Well, Seattle actually putting some limits on Uber and also Lyft. That's another ride-sharing service. It's a rival of Uber. So basically, the taxis in Seattle don't like this new competition. So the Seattle City Council voted to limit the number of Uber and Lyft drivers on the street at any given time. We may see other cities do this as well as Uber and Lyft become more popular.
Uber definitely has caught on. A lot of people using it.
I know, especially overseas too in the UK. They're using that quite a bit. Jane, I had a quick question. We have to talk about this story because it has to do with San Diego, but apparently climate is really good here for startup businesses. Why is that?
It is, and you know, it's unusual, and Forbes did this study, by the way, ranked San Diego #1 if you want to start a business. They talked about the tech sector, access to venture capital, small business loans, the local educated workforce. Now, there was a little bit of a negative about being in a high-tax state, but overall, still San Diego #1 for starting a business. So if you guys ever want to be an entrepreneur, there you go. You're in the right place.
And it should be the #1 spot for a vacation. It should be.
It should be. I know, #1 for that and start a business.
I agree.
You're in a great place.
We really are. We're so lucky out here. It's really beautiful.
Thank you so much, Jane.
All right, Jane.
Thanks.